Hi, hello, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Lakota West Field, the site of tonight's very important game. We got the state semifinal matchup, Indian Hill Braves versus Columbus Bexley, and what is the biggest game in Indian Hill women's soccer in a very, very long time. Paul Nyhart next to Brian Compton. And Brian, this is definitely one of the biggest games of the year for Indian Hill Athletics. What can you make of these two teams taking the field tonight?
Well, Paul, there's no question tonight's the biggest game in Indian Hill girls soccer history. This is the first time they've won a regional title and advanced on to the state semifinal. Tonight they're taking on Columbus Bexley. Strong team who defensive-minded, but can score goals.
Indian Hill's team, obviously, anchored by several star players. They've got Amanda McCaw, who's their scorer. She's the person that all the other teammates look to put the ball in the goal. Also a very strong goalie of that, and Sarah Wiggers, who's pitched 2 consecutive shutouts in the playoffs to take him to the regional title and also the divisional title as well.
Well, Paul, she's played very good in goal. They've given up 0 goals throughout the playoffs. She's thrown 5 shutouts. You can credit a lot of that, though, to her defense.
Superb defense.
She's got a great defensive stopper in Katie Spear.
And we're underway here at Lakota West. The state semifinals are underway. Indian Hill starts off with the opening possession as the ball trickles out of bounds, and just like that, Bexley's going to start off with possession. Missing tonight for Indian Hill starter Nikki Whipper. She's on the sidelines. In her place, I believe, is Sam Spear starting for tonight.
Sam Spear starting at defense.
She's a fullback, midfielder type offensive player, Brian. Bexley gets the ball up the field, pass across, stopped right on the red basket of Sarah Wiggers. And just like that, Bexley gets their first shot on goal, but makes nothing of it.
Paul, early in the game when both teams haven't really warmed up to it, you're going to want to see both teams striking early, trying to see if they can get something free.
Indian Hill's got a free chance. It's going to be shot on the goal, and it's just wide right. I believe that was Erin Arbaugh. She had a chance down to come wide. She had Amanda McCaw in the front, but it was well defensed by Bexley. As we've seen in the first minute here, both these teams are firing on all cylinders. Both these stands are just jam-packed with students, and we've got 2 early shots on goal, and action is definitely picking up, as we said.
We've seen 2 early looks at the goal because both teams aren't really into it yet. We'll see them settle down, and you won't see as many shots as the game continues.
Not as much sloppy play, just very, very aggressive. And there's another shot up. Pass up to Bexley's number 18. That's going to be their offensive player. A player we said to watch on earlier, that's Jill Moore. She's just a sophomore, yet she's going to make her presence felt. Bexley's a team that plays on discipline and hard work. Like you said, they're a defensive-minded team that's they're going to have to put Indian Hill down early if they want any chance.
Well, Paul, Indian Hill's a lot like Bexley is in that they rely on their defense to make sure.
Oh yeah. Well, like you said, as that shot went just wide left of Sarah Wiggers, as Bexley got a very good look at the goal here earlier on.
As I was saying, both teams are very defensive-minded, and they rely on their defense to win games. But if they can both strike and get a goal early, that'd be big. They could carry it out throughout the rest of the game. As
you just saw down there, Sarah Wiggers very upset with herself or her defense. Early frustrations, very aggressive teams, and it looks like we've got this one has all the makings of being an offensive route. Goal or corner kick by Bexley. Thanks, Brian.
Paul, I was talking to assistant coach Luke Arnold earlier, and he said that he went up to Columbus last week to scout this team, and he said that they're very effective on their corner kicks. I think they scored 2 goals in their last game, and Indian Hill needs to make sure they can shut that down.
A sign of a very good offensive team is to make things happen, always on the field, but precisely out of the corner itself, where you can get the ball into the hands or the feet, if you will, of the playmakers. The ball is centered once again. Bexley trying to make a play happen. Indian Hill trying to clear it. Bexley still has possession here. Nice move. Indian Hill's defense is swarming up all on it. However, they still cannot clear it here as they are just asking for trouble.
Indian Hill really hasn't been able to get the ball on their side of the field too often.
Looks like they're going to give it a try here as Alitoona makes an effort for it. That ball sails. Looks like they're going to call some type of foul.
Well, there was offsides on Bexley.
Well, as we mentioned, both these teams come out loud, come out fired up, and I think it's a direct reflection of the stands here. You've got the Bexley students with their thunder sticks of blue and white, and the Indian Hill stands are packed with body paint of red and black.
Right.
And this is just state semifinal play at its finest, Brian.
Paul, it is. you can really expect the winner of this game to be the one who doesn't make the most mistakes.
Sure.
If there's a defensive lapse, you might be able to see an early goal, which we've seen. But Indian Hill's gotten a couple early breaks.
There's a throw in by Indian Hill. Looks like that was double cover. They try to get the ball to Amanda, and Bexley was right on that. Allie Tundham gets it around. Bexley still trying to control the opening possession here. As Amanda McCaw looks to get a break, she trips up on it and it falls out of bounds. So maybe a little opening game jitters there by Amanda.
Well, I think you're definitely right.
Yeah.
He's
trying to make something happen in this situation.
You and I have been to their past 3 playoff games, and we haven't seen this.
Yeah.
These girls are playing a little bit more defensive than they usually do.
Well, this is a very good team they're playing, and right now it looks like Indian Hill's firing on all cylinders, as is Bexley. Indian Hill just beat Archbishop Alter, Kettering Alter, excuse me. And now they faced this good Bexley team, who once again has gotten the ball inside, but they still can't get a shot in the goal. However, they're getting plenty of shots on goal, Brian.
Well, the stat guys on this said it is an official shot.
They're going to call it an official shot. We've got stat guys flanking both our sides.
No, really, right now Indian Hill needs to get the ball out of their side and settle the ball down and maintain possession. Otherwise, they're going to give up an early goal.
Free kick by, looks like that was Katie Spear. One thing you do recognize out of this Bexley team is they are playing very, very aggressive on offense. Their fullbacks are well beyond the halfway point of the field. They only have one person deep. This looks a lot like the Indian Hill team we saw against Alter, Brent.
Well, their defensive player is number 4, Lindsay Macklin. She'll be the player who plays a lot like a Katie Spear does. Very defensive, and then she's going to stop it, as you see there.
Sure. Right now, Bexley's controlling the offensive side. Indian Hill trying to match their speed. Looks like Indian Hill caught up with that. Looks like that was Katie Spear caught up with the Bexley defender and knocked that one away. And it's going to be a throw-in from the side.
Well, once you get that deep in the other person's zone, you've got to make sure that you don't trip from behind or any sort of penalty that will allow them a free kick. That's one of the most dangerous parts of soccer.
We're just underway here at Lakota West Stadium. Just under 34 minutes left to play here in the first half. Both teams knotted up. However, that's a bit of a disguise, as we've seen plenty of action, plenty of loud fans, plenty of body paint, plenty of thundersticks. Both teams are coming out firing on all cylinders, and these fans are happy to see this matchup. You pay $7 for a ducat, and I tell you what, you're gonna want to stick around for the end. Here comes Amanda McCaw. She chases away yet the Bexley defenders. It looks like they're going some type of bracket coverage under Brian. To say that, it's a football term, but it looks like they are doubling down and they are ready for it.
Well, Paul, I can't really tell right now, but I'm not sure what type of defensive package they're in right now, but you'll be able to see that as they actually have to play defense right now.
Yeah.
The ball's been on the right side of the field the whole time, and that's not helping Indian Hill.
Here comes Caitlin Flood. She gets shoved out of the way by number 6, Kelly Clark, who's this Bexley team's coming out there fast, but they're also very physical, a sign of a good soccer team where you can be physical, use your body, square off the defender, and get good shots for your teammates.
Paul, also they're passing real well. You're not going to see a lot of errant passes from this Bexley team. They're making their shots and they're letting it go.
Right now, this Bexley team they smell blood. They've taken several shots on goal. They're keeping Sarah Wiggers, keeping her feet dancing down there. Meanwhile, the Bexley goalie is just hanging out down there. It looks like Audrey Porter's just doing a hangout. And that's the way they like it. Keep your goalie non-active.
Paul, Indian Hill's having to play so much defense that even if Bexley doesn't score right now, it could wear down on them on the second half.
Looks like Indian Hill, once again, as you said, is on the defensive side. Their backs are breaking, but will they completely break is the question. A good question at that. Nonetheless, Bexley passes it up once again, trying to use their speed. Oh, a nice little back job there. Very nice play by number 5, Kelly Shimantano. Here comes Amanda. She's getting attacked. The defender of Bexley's all over like a cheap suit. Like we said, very physical. They're taking out her legs. The refs are letting them play here earlier on. Indian Hill with their first offensive drive of the game, looking to make something happen.
Centers it in.
Allie Tundham centers it in, and it's wide of the goal. Nice save, it looks like there.
Number 11, A.J. Shizzle was there in case anything popped out.
Brian, obviously not a goal, but a good sign for Indian Hill.
Yeah, it is. They've been playing way too much defense for them to be able to win this game, and with that
minor play, sure.
Well, with that minor push, it gives the defense a little time to relax.
Yeah, it looks like Bexley's not relaxing at all. They're keeping their feet on Indian Hill's throat, and they're not going to let go until they put that goal in. That ball in the goal, as I should say, Brian. The fans are chanting for something, and it looks like Indian Hill gets it. That Indian Hill student section is piling up by the numbers, and you'd think we're a Division I powerhouse right now. However, we've got a minuscule 760 students to our student body, and I bet at least half of them are here tonight, Brian.
I agree. However, this Bexley team, known for traveling well, has shown up in pretty good numbers with their Thunder Sticks.
Well, with the Marriott like we've got across the street, it's just so inviting to stay the night and camp out here at Lakota West. Oh, it looks like a little shank by Sarah Wiggers. She gets it off. Usually in that situation, she'll give it up to Katie Spear and let her do something with it. Nice move by Bexley's offensive player. Number 11, that's Carrie LaCroix. We talked about her earlier on.
All right,
Sarah Wiggers
save.
with another
Great
save.
save.
And like we said, she's been keeping very, very busy. Something that she's willing to do, but not something she particularly wants to do, is she wants her offense to handle most of the action tonight.
Well, it's really not something that she's used to doing either. This Indian Hill defense has been pretty effective throughout the playoffs. She's only, I think she only got a few shots on goal on her against Kettering Alter. They ran into a solid Tippecanoe team in the regional semifinals, and they didn't get that many shots off either.
Tippecanoe and Tyler too. Yeah, I mean they've had plenty of shutouts. They've had, and it'll be interesting to see. You know, I hate to go with ifs and buts here, but if indeed Bexley does get out to a 1-0 lead, how this Indian Hill team will adjust, and whether or not they'll change their game plan or what have you.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see, because Indian Hill's not used to playing from behind. They're used to playing at a 0-0 tie or up 1 left.
Well, it's 29-19 left here in the first half of play, and it is 0-0. Indian Hill looking to get their first offensive break of this game. They pass it down. They get the ball at the midfield, which seems to be, you know, just an afterthought this evening, as they've been on the defensive side, back on their heels the entire evening. Ball down into no man's land. Bexley trying to use their speed, and it looks like the Indian Hill defender, too far to see from here. Maybe Katie.
Good clear by Emily Goldman.
Yeah, it looks like Emily Goldman got trucked, but she did clear it like Brian said. What's the call going to be here?
This is going to be a corner kick.
Going to be another corner kick, and like you said, with Bexley having plenty of shots on goal, plenty of offensive opportunities tonight, probably the last thing you wanted right now is a corner kick.
Yep. You can tell the student section picks up. They know that Bexley is very effective off of the corner kick. Hopefully, Indian Hill can knock this one out of here.
The kick is up. It's on its way. Sarah Wiggers gets her nose up in there, and she knocks it out of bounds, and they're going to get another opportunity for a goal corner kick. Ryan, you were a goalie. When you're a keeper and you see that ball spinning sideways towards you, what's your first instinct? To swat that ball away? Or?
Well, Sarah did it very, very well. She just got her fists up there and punched the ball away.
High point.
Even though it does bring up another corner kick, the ball's not in the back of the net.
Right. Here comes the kick. It's up. It's on its way. A little bit more loftus this time. Punched up, and once again out of there. The Indian Hill defense swarming on it, and they kick it. They keep it in bounds.
That's a great play.
That was a nice play by Sarah Wiggers. She did just exactly as we said. She punched it out of there. Indian Hill got a pretty lucky break because it just rolled laterally and not towards the goal, and Indian Hill defense recovered, and now instead of another corner kick, they've got a goal kick, Brian.
Well, we got actually offsides on Bexley. But that play from Sarah Wiggers was a great play, because the ball got a little bit overhead, and that's the last thing you want to do. She got her fist up there and punched it away. And fortunately, one of the Indian Hill defenders was able to clear it.
Katie Spear gets a chance to do what she does best, and that's the free kick right off the noggin of Caitlin Flood. And Becca Bechtold gets her bell rung too, but that's fine, it seems like. Another throw in from Bexley here as that ball trickles out of bounds. They're going to try to get another shot on goal here and try to see if they can't get one to fall. Looks like Amanda McCaw is trying to get her touches. She hasn't had much from this evening, Brian, and right now Indian Hill's dead offense is a reflection of that, it seems.
Yeah, it's true. This is a scary time right now for the Braves, because the Braves defense has been working very hard for the last 13 or so minutes and really aren't able to get a break. Hopefully Amanda can...
Well, she's in dangerous territory over there if you're a Bexley fan. That's right in front of the Indian Hill student section. That's just an absolute jungle over there. And if you're over there, you're getting all kinds of things called. And that's what this state semifinal's about. About intense fans and intense atmosphere and just two teams, great teams, just going at it.
Okay. got the ball up. So they're just not really able to do anything once they can neutralize the ball at center field.
Indian Hill needs some type of break here. They need to get something going here to really change not just this this game, not just the score, but most precisely the momentum, Brian. That goes out of bounds, and Indian Hill's going to get the possession. Becca Bechtold with the throw in.
Well, Paul, you and I have both seen it the last few games that Indian Hill's used to playing with the momentum.
Sure. They've had plenty of breaks last game. They saw a ball hit off the side of the goalpost and trickle within inches. And here's a shot across the middle.
Oh.
Indian Hill's defense is there once again, and Bexley comes within feet from another goal.
Well, it looks like number 12 there, Maria Ship, tried to go with an all-star play that really didn't work out, and that could come back to haunt her.
There comes a shot, a grounder to Sarah Wiggers. That's just that's her bread and butter play when she can get down low like that in her stance and just kick it. Oh, nice kick. She gets a good one away. It looks like Sarah Wiggers, she had to get in the game earlier on as she saw plenty of action. It looks like she came ready tonight. Here comes Amanda McCall. She's got the defense hot on her back.
There you go.
She breaks away. She's got a person in front of her. It's going to be Sam Spear. She races toward the goal, and the Bexley defender wisely kicks it away.
Caitlin Flood
tries to block it down. Looks like Bexley's just playing more physical than Indian Hill right now.
Bexley's retaining the ball a lot better than Indian Hill is. They need to stop the person with the ball right now.
Carrie LaCroix just totally takes the ball up her field herself. She's pushed it in the middle. She passes it off to a teammate. Indian Hill's defense gets back.
Get it out.
Sarah Wiggers has had a goal and a wise play by Indian Hill defense as once again the hearts of the Indian Hill people start beating. The Bexley crowd starts beating with their thunder sticks, and Indian Hill just is counting down the seconds so they can just keep these breaks going.
You know, a player like Amanda McCall who can do so much for the team's got to be frustrated right now. She's not getting the touches that she needs and able to be effective. Right now she's going to go back down into the defense with the rest of the Indian Hill defense in order to stop this Bexley corner kick. And
once again, as you see down there, Bexley setting up in the corner kick. They're setting up for their bread and butter offensive play, trying to set up a possible head job. Here comes a shot across the middle, cleared once again by Indian Hill, except it can't get to midfield. Indian Hill has all their players down by the bottom of their goal. As once again the Indian Hill fans are starting to come in here. They're starting to go nuts.
We see dedicated fan
Mike Cook flag top off.
IH flag.
Looks like he's with possibly Andrew Pratt.
Richard Andrew Pratt. Yeah. Katie Spear looks clear this.
Oh, nice head ball right there. The head ball is one of those plays that, you know, if you use it effectively, it can be a great weapon for you as a player. If you use it ineffectively, you'll wake up the next morning with a headache.
Indian Hill ball. Emily Goldman throws it in. She's a player, Paul, who
has to step up her game tonight.
Well, she's got to step up, but she's one who maybe doesn't get as much credit as a player like Katie Spear does, but she does the things that help out Katie.
Looks like there's some type of question here as to whether
Indian Hill fans really pick it up.
Yeah, it looks like Indian Hill was questioning who was throwing in the ball. It was Indian Hill's throwing, and now it looks like there's some type of call, some type of question going on here. As the fans pick up here, we get that atmosphere we were talking about as Lakota West Stadium is heating up.
On the fans, they really seem to be into things right now.
The sun's gone down, but things are starting to heat up at Lakota West as both these teams want to pick up a win that'll take them to the state finals, Brian.
Well, here's Katie Spear with the free kick.
She's looking to really lay into this one. The kick is up, it's on its way. She hits it long.
Oh, that's a great kick.
Looks like right into the Bexley defenders. However, it's going to be, looks like Bexley, and she took out her leg.
Sam Shoney takes the digger off
Sam Shoney. She's down, but she'll probably get back up.
She's tough. That's going to be a free kick awarded to the Braves.
Sam Shoney's also one of those players. She's not a stat book person. She's just a down and dirty kind of player. She likes the physical play. And, you know, being a defensive-minded player, that's what she does best.
She steps up and kicks it into Amanda McCall.
Amanda McCall, and also in his runners. Amanda passes across the middle. Oh, and a nice kick away there. It looks like, I believe, number 12 of Bexley did a nice job there. Maria Ship, we talked about earlier on the game. The nice play to kick it away. Indian Hill's going to get a shot at corner. And like we said, Brian, with just under 22 minutes left to play in the first half, Big Mo has a new friend. As Indian Hill chants goalie.
Indian Hill gets the goalie chant going as AJ Shizzle looks to kick it in. Last time they scored on a head ball by Becca Bechtold. We'll try to
it's across the middle. It's up, and the goalie high points, and it's right into a bread basket. You know, Indian Hill had a good shot effort there out of the They get their first shot on goal, I believe, or one of their better shots on goal for that matter. Is a nice kick there by the goalie for Bexley. She really laid into that one. However, it goes back to Indian Hill's possession.
Like I said earlier, Becca Bechtold was the one who scored the one and only goal against Kettering Alter, and that was off a head ball by Nikki Whipper. Now right there, Nikki gets her, who's that? Becca got her head on the ball again. Yep. She's just got a nose for it, Paul.
Well, Becca's going to go out here. It looks like going into the game now is Indian Hill has two replacements. Looks like Emily Goldman's going to go in for Sam Spear and take the throw in.
Danny Levy also gets into the game.
See our first action of the evening. State semifinal action coming to you live, tape delay style, on ICRC Public Access.
Great
Caitlin Flood, great head ball to get it back. Brooke Rogers just fresh into the game, can't handle it, and Bexley once again has another drive. Indian Hill's got a fresh body in Sam Spear, who knocks it back to Katie Spear, who launches the ball up in the air, and it looks like a fair catch needed to be called. That one might have run down rain. And that's going to go out of bounds.
As the Indian Hill crowd gets back into it.
Indian Hill crowd gets back into it. They're fired up here. They don't need shirts.
No, they're trying to swing the momentum for these Lady Braves.
And that's what happened at Alter. Indian Hill got in the minds of the players for Alter and really, no pun intended, altered the outcome of the game, Brian. Looks like the fans from Bexley are answering the call and trying to get try to get more pumped up here, as the Thundersticks right now just aren't doing the trick, it seems. However, they're going to get with another shot. Oh, a total body shot.
On goal.
No call.
Great stop.
I kind of like that no call, Brian. She chucked her down. That's the way they're going to have to play this game.
Well, Paul, this is a state semifinal. You know this.
Yeah, as long as they play, as long as I call it both ways, which all night they have been doing, I have no problem with it. I'd kind of like to see the forearm shivers. However,
clear it out.
Nice job. I believe that's Jill Hoffman.
No, that was
Katie Spear.
Katie Spear.
She's the defensive specialist for Indian Hill.
Get that, AJ.
Looks like, nice
out to
play.
the wing, number 13, the freshman sensation, Brooke Rogers.
Freshman phenom comes up. It's going to be Allie Tunham down the left. Who can come up with it? Allie Tunham. Oh, a nice back job.
Play.
She totally deked her out. Allie Tunham gets shoved down again. I'm sure she's got a parent in the stands making her presence felt right now, but Indian Hill puts a shot wide to left and a goal kick. But, Brian, Indian Hill now starting to get shots on goal.
Well, you know, they're getting a few shots, but they're only getting the ball down here for 25 seconds, whereas it's down there for 2 minutes. You got to get the ball shifted down here at least to even time to give your defense a break.
I think right now Indian Hill has to use baby steps.
Low kick.
They have to progress, and right now they are progressing. They've gotten plenty of breaks, and it looks like right now Indian Hill's Sam Spear gets outmanned by number 6 at Bexley. That's Kelly Clark. It comes up. It's cleared. Caitlin Flood has something to do with it. She's got to pass it up, and she kicks it out of bounds, and it's going to be a Bexley throw-in, Brian.
Well, just as effective as they are off the corner kick, they're great on the throw-ins.
The throw-in's very key. We've talked about that all year. The rotator
you know
cuff strength, the shoulder strength. Indian Hill's weight program is focused
Katie
on
Spear,
that.
great play.
Amanda McCaw's going to get one of her touches here. She's got to do something with this. However, she's met by all kinds of Bexley defenders, Brian.
They're going to throw the flag on that. Amanda's known for her physical play, though. I wouldn't worry about that.
That's a family trademark, Brian.
Matt on the football field, Amanda on the soccer field.
Matt's a blocking back. I mean,
maybe we get a look at the Indian Hill
free
Braves.
kick. Indian Hill on the Braves. Looks like we had a little blockage there with our satellite, but our signal's back. Yeah, only on public access. Nice kick all the way down. Looks like Sam Shoney put her head on that one. And she'll be icing by night.
Okay,
looks like another call, and Indian Hill's going to get an open kick.
We had a push from behind. Indian Hill's going to get a kick. Looks like Katie Spear will take this.
Looks like over the back.
Right.
Well, that's, figuratively speaking, Brian. The kick is up, and it's on its way by Katie Spear. Right into Bexley. So right now Bexley's, they've got a lot of players coming in and out more times than a fiddler's elbow here. They've got plenty of fresh bodies out there. They're not playing fatigue. They've got another shot on goal, or another shot opportunity. And Katie Spear, who, like we said, is Indian Hill's defensive specialist. You hope she can keep her gas level up all night, or she.
Well, that was one of the rare times you'd see Katie Spear get beat. She didn't
panic.
Right, she didn't panic. She stayed with her, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. Now she kicks it against the attack player,
stretching her hamstrings.
Right, and they get a goal kick.
It's a cold, chilly night here at Lakota West Stadium. We've got plenty of bodies, plenty of student bodies, that is, back in the stands. Things are starting to heat up here action-wise. We've got players playing very physical, and right now another shot opportunity. They cross it across the middle, and once again, Katie Spear is there. However, Bexley still with another shot opportunity. They pass across the middle. Indian Hill is still there.
Katie's, yeah.
Yeah, okay, and that goes out of bounds. Then it's going to be an Indian Hill goal kick. Something you notice right now, Indian Hill, Brian, is that they're playing kind of an umbrella coverage. They're way back on defense. They're going to prevent defense. When Bexley has a run, Indian Hill's got plenty of people across the middle to knock the ball away. And you know why that obviously prevents the ball from being the goal. You know, the flip side of that is it prevents you from being aggressive on offense.
Here's what Indian Hill's going to do on defense. They're going to mark each man and have Katie Spear play center field just in case anyone gets by or anything gets through.
Amanda McCall once again with an opportunity. It looks like
Push
Emily
from behind,
Goldman
okay?
They call it?
Yeah, they called it.
They called it, okay, Brian. We could see that from up here. Emily Goldman got shoved from behind in her lumbar region, and she took one for the team, and Indian Hill's going to get an open kick here.
Taking the free kick once again, Katie Spear, Lady Braves defenseman.
Katie Spear looking to lay one in, stands about 15 yards back. Low line drive kick. Maybe
She's
trying to
get another look at it.
Yeah, she try to get the ball to one of her Indian Hill players.
Sister Sam Spear, number 1.
Makes a great story, Brian. We'll have a feature on that at halftime, I'm sure. Get our guys to throw something together. Let's see what Indian Hill is coming back. They put the ball up. Off the noggin of Amanda McCaw. It's going to be freshman Phenom Brooke Rogers. She comes along the sidelines, trying to get the ball, trying to get some type of control. She passes it up. It's just a little too far behind of, looks like.
Great play by A.J. Shizzle.
Can't just do it. Bexley's using its speed right now. Another new face into the game. Maggie Stone of Bexley comes in. Indian Hill still playing defensive. They're starting to get more physical right now. They sense that these refs are going to let them play here. Let them earn this game on the field and not elsewhere.
Throw into the Lady Braves.
Throw it on the ground this time. Oh, here comes freshman Phenom Brooke Rogers. She gets to use her speed here. However, once again, it looks like that was Maggie Stone using her physical play to outman her opponent.
Katie Spear's got to step up.
And she does.
Yeah.
In unison next time, Brian. Amanda McCaw, can you sense she's getting frustrated, Brian? You were a goalie, but you have to sense that, you know, if you're a player out there, such of Amanda's caliber, you don't get your touches, you're a little befuddled.
Amanda's, I mean, this could work both ways, Paul. She's not going to get tired, but also the defense is going to get tired. She's going to be able to run all day, so I would say this favors Bexley's defense. But on a one-on-one situation, no one in the state's going to be able to beat Amanda McCaw.
Sure.
You know this.
You've said she's one of the greater people and players in one of the Indian Hill Madeira section.
No question.
No question about that. When you expand that to the southwest, northwest, eastern, western borders of Ohio, she's one of those players you have to stop. And looks like Bexley had a game plan to stop her. And just in this first half of play they have, Brian. Ooh, off, I believe, Allie Tutnam.
To get it up to Amanda McCaw.
She's dancing. She's doing all kinds of stuff. Aaron Allball back into the game. Can't control it.
Great play.
Indian Hill's got some people down there
Allie
if they can make something happen. However, Bexley's going to try to counter that by going back to an offensive drive. Katie Spear now playing further up. Brian, can you tell from up here if Indian Hill has changed their offensive game plan or if it's Bexley that's compensating for something right now? Looks like Bexley took the throw in, but
that should have been to Indian Hill.
Looks like this game is moving at such a fast pace. These refs, I mean, if you don't think they feel the tension and the action of this game right now, you're kidding yourself.
Paul, right now, Indian Hill doesn't have an offensive game plan. They haven't been able to get the ball on offense. All they've done is been able to get a few fast breaks and getting 1 or 2 looks at the goal, whereas Bexley's controlling the ball and able to set up shots.
You know, I'm a big fan of the bottom line, Brian. 12 minutes left to play. We still have a 0-0 score.
Get it out.
It's out. It's out. Allie Tutnam. Oh, the ball's kicked around. We've got a open kick, I believe. It's not a penalty
kick outside. Go, Amanda. Throw into the Braves. Allie Shizzle will throw it in.
Well, looks like, yeah, it's going to be.
They're going to bring Allie Tutnam back in.
Allie Tutnam's going to come back in. You said 3 to 4 minutes, but she's going to come back in, and they definitely need her on the field, Brian.
Here's what we're going to hope, Paul. We're going to hope that her coming back in gives Indian Hill another boost, and they can get some shots off.
Well, you can only hope for the best right now. Brian is in this situation. You can see Indian Hill just needs some type of momentum
Loose ball,
swing to go
physical
their way.
play. Indian Hill, get it up into the middle, Emily. There you go.
Oh, it hits in the middle.
Go!
McCaw. She's got a shot.
Oh, she was taken down.
No, I think that was just a great defensive play, Brian.
Amanda waited 1 millisecond too long to pull the trigger and wasn't able to get a shot on goal before the defense from Bexley was able to pick her up.
And what happened? Ali Tunham goes back in the game. And Hill gets
they
a
have
beautiful
another
shot on
great
goal.
shot. Yeah, that's go. No call. Get up. Get up. 1-on-1, go! Go!
To score.
Go!
Brooke Rogers puts that one in the back of the goal. Indian Hill comes up and they put it in the goal. Much to the dismay of number 6, who can only watch the sideline, Kelly Clark, as Indian Hill gets a chance to get something going. And they just had a great play there by Brooke Rogers.
Replay on that.
Let's see, here we got the replay.
We have
what
a
happens?
one-on-one, Paul. The goalie comes out, she gets a shot off, and there you go.
That's
her.
just Brooke Rogers making
she
something
sticks
happen.
It back in.
She's played aggressive all night, Brian.
That is just a great play by a freshman.
Well, it looks like Indian Hill's now on the defensive side. Emily Goldman's complaining about something.
Defense.
Did they call it?
Yeah, they put the flag up.
All right.
The head referee didn't see it.
Emily Golden snuffed that out. Made me a little nervous there when.
Paul, right now is a very dangerous time for the Indian Hill Braves. They've just scored. Bexley is going to be wanting to push the ball. They're not going to be thinking defense. They're going to want to push the ball and even this game up.
Well, it looks like right now Indian Hill's just got to use this momentum. What happened in that Alter game as my voice cracks?
Don't throw it in. That's our ball.
That's Indian Hill's ball.
Yeah.
What happened in that? Indian Hill surged. Their fans rallied behind them, and Indian Hill just took charge, and their defense rode them to the state semifinals. Right now, their defense has to ride them to the state finals.
Paul, the Indian Hill fans pick up a "Go Home Bexley" chant. I think that's a little bit too early. Don't throw the flag on that.
It's always too early. As you say that,
Paul,
they get an open kick. Indian Hill's got to protect this.
Head
their
referee
goal right
made
now.
the right call there. That's
Head referee made the right call. We snuffed it out. It was right in front of us, and Indian Hill now just has to protect.
Rush. They've got to rush to set this wall up. Once again, we have 3 players from Bexley who are going to try to fake him out. Last time they went with the direct approach. Right now I expect maybe a touch pass to one of them in order to set something else up. Very dangerous time. Let's go.
It's going to be Jill
Chip
Moore
shot.
lining up, top shelf,
they
and it
called
sails
time
wide
before
over.
they
called
even
time. Yeah.
So the kick wouldn't have been good either way, which is unfortunate.
Well, Brian, in any situation, you got to know that this Indian Hill team's got to be on their toes. They've got to be ready for anything. As right now, Bexley.
They got another look at it.
They're getting desperate. They're going to get another look here. What are they setting up in?
Number 11. Oh,
sails wide just again. That's a great read by Sarah Wiggers to see that ball go top shelf.
Yeah, that's LaCroix.
And just let it go up top.
She's been getting her touches, but she hasn't been able to get the ball on goal enough times in order to be effective. You're going to want to see Indian Hill right now taking their time. They don't need to pressure anything. They don't want to sit back on defense. They still need to attack to secure the game. But there's no reason to be running on and off the field. No, don't kick
Now,
it.
Brian, if I'm Indian Hill, I don't change my style of play. Am I wrong there?
No, not at all.
You've got momentum on your side. Sure, you've got a 1-0 lead, and you could probably play more conservative, but right now you've got your foot on the throat of Bexley. You keep it on there until the coach says to stop, and you only stop when you're up and that whistle blows at the final seconds of the game.
Well, you know, here's what you may see. You might see Amanda McCaw
Tell
drop
me what
back.
I might see.
You might see Amanda McCaw drop back a little bit deeper in order to place a little bit more defense. You might also see Ali Tutnam.
Well, don't get too excited as Kelly Clark comes back onto the field, who already has the yellow card in the back of her pocket. And, you know, like you said, it would be a little unorthodox to put Amanda McCall back there. However, gutsier calls have been made, and
Paul,
use her speed, use her ball skills in that situation is something you have to think is in the back of Coach Dunlap's
I'm not saying
mind.
dropping her back to play defense. I'm saying drop back to midfield a little bit more
for defensive purposes.
Freshman
looks like, yeah, that hurts right there. Looks like Jill Hoffman comes back into the game.
Get ahead on it,
Emily.
There you go. Good physical
Takes
play.
the player
They're going to throw the flag.
The ball, but they're going to call a foul anyway, Brian.
Yeah, the coach isn't going to be upset about that.
That's an aggressive play. That's one of those things that you like to see, especially that far from your goal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're just under 20 minutes left to play here in the second half. Indian Hill has jumped out amazingly to a 1-0 lead, although they've been in the back of their heels all night. And right now, Indian Hill is just trying to keep back on defense, let that clock roll down, and see if they can't get another goal to really go home with the 2-0 win.
Don't throw the flag. There you go. They're going to throw it. Okay.
What's the call here, Brian?
There's some pushing and shoving going on between Amanda and her defender. They gave the call to Amanda this time. Sam Shoney to kick it in.
Sam Shoney kicks it, and it goes
low line drive. That's bad for the
right
defense.
to the. Looks like Jill Hoffman's coming in. Indian Hill, as you said, putting Amanda McCall in the midfield. It looks like Coach Dunlap has adapted a more defensive mindset, obviously, with a 1-0 lead now. All of a sudden, if you're the goalie for Bexley, what's your thought process right now? Are you is that goal still running around in your mind, or
right
you
now,
just have to forget that like a good cornerback does in football?
Well, I don't know,
memory.
Paul. This is the season here. She might be thinking that her season could be over, and she's got to try to put some pressure on her offensive players in order to get a goal.
I think she has to realize that although that was a great play by Brooke Rodgers, it's not her fault. You know, she came out of the goal, had aggressive play, did what she had to do, and sometimes the ball just bounces the other way, Brian.
She's got to make sure, however, that she doesn't think about that goal too much. You're taught just to not think about it and play on from there. And if she thinks about it and she lets that harp on her, you might see another one slide by her.
Sure, and that would be just detrimental. Coming into the game, number 3 for Bexley, Megan Ains, who I believe is seeing her first action this evening, the senior. As you know, we've talked about seniors this night. Now they've played 4 years for Bexley. You have to think right now they have to look at this almost as another one of their senior nights, you know. Seniors getting a chance to show what they can do.
Getting their touches.
Maybe their last game of the year. You'd hate to look at it this way with plenty of ball game left. The go-home Bexley chairs have now quieted, thankfully, as the last thing Indian Hill needs is a jinx of that sort. Coming up on the play to challenge it, Katie Spear, out of position, however, recovers.
Katie Spear wins the majority of those that she challenges. But this late in the game, you'd almost want her to stay back a little bit so you don't give up the big dog. Get it out. Just kick with the left foot, get it out. Yeah,
that's another risky play right there. Maybe a little miscommunication as Spear let that one go back, and Wiggers was a little hesitant to get it, but nonetheless, Indian Hill gets it, and Sarah Wiggers just gets a chance to punt it away.
Wiggers gets some words of advice from her coach, Dunlap, and she's maybe instructed to slow down right now. You don't want to pressure anything.
Well, right now, Indian Hill's got momentum on their side. Bexley's obviously not going to give up. They're going to keep all their engines running. If anything, you know, they're going to be even more dangerous now because they're going to be so aggressive on offense. As we saw in the first half, they were aggressive on offense even when they were playing defensively. And it looks like another disagreeable call as Bexley gets the ball back.
Paul, as I mentioned before, Indian Hill has not given up a goal in the playoffs yet. So you don't want to think about that too much, but don't expect
start now, Brian.
Don't expect Indian Hill to give up a goal. Don't expect them to lay back at all.
They like to see that goose egg up there. It's comforting to lay up that big goose egg. And when a crooked number goes up, it just makes not only Coach Dunlap's spine cringle, but the rest of this IH team. Katie Spear launches one down the field, a low line drive kick.
Great head ball. Amanda McCall will get to that.
Get a chance to touch it up here. She's got 2 people in the middle.
No, she pushes it.
She pushes it herself, trying to make something happen, and it looks like she tumbles down with her defender. Probably a good no call there as both players fell independently, Brian.
Sure. In the penalty area or anything near it, usually you will not see the referees call anything that they don't see 100%.
One thing you see here is, Bexley's definitely jumping on the They're definitely jumping on that throw-in no matter what the referee calls.
Which I don't know if that's a smart idea, Paul. They only have 15 minutes until
it takes you out of position when you try to get cute like that, Brian. Looks like that's number 12, Maria Ship, trying to box out Caitlin Flood, and she bites the dust. She's down, and this time they call a foul, or they call a timeout to get her figured out. Looks like she's grabbing a back of her knee there.
Yeah.
That either could be a hamstring or a knee itself.
You know,
this gives Indian Hill a chance to regroup and, gain composure and get back to full strength.
This could be bad for the Bexley soccer team here, as she got 5 shots on goal in the first half. 5 shots, 2 of which were on goal.
Looks like she's down there. They're treating, it looks like the tibia of her leg. We got a replay here.
Let's see what happened. Hopefully.
It's usually one of those situations you just.
She's battling for the ball.
Battling.
She goes up. Let's see if she comes down on something.
Comes down. That's an ankle.
Yeah.
It's got to be an ankle, Brian.
It's
It comes down funny, and it's either an ankle, probably a lower leg there. She's grabbing it. Yeah.
Might be a high ankle sprain.
High ankle, calf. The gastrocnemius is down there. She'll wake up in the morning sore, but she'll tough it out now if she can.
Now
and, she'll limp off, and it looks like
this is huge for the Bexley offense if she cannot get back into the game. She's going to stretch it out. You know what, Paul? It could be a cramp. You see her stretching it out a little bit right now. This is late in the game, and she's been
in these
busting her
conditions,
hump.
Brian.
Paul, it doesn't matter what conditions you're in, okay? If you haven't been getting proper fluid intake.
Draining the lactic acid. You and I are both on the same page. Well, we've got this short stoppage in action. We've got playback times. This game, which you are most likely watching, is being played back Thursday, November 6th at 11 o'clock on Channel 18. Also Sunday at 10 o'clock, November 9th on Channel 18. And Saturday, November 15th.
That's on the ground,
1 o'clock at Channel 18. Brian, that's on the ground. They're going to give Indian Hill ball as Becca Bechtold comes up.
Well, the only reason they called that is because she locked it between her legs as 2 Indian Hill defenders are going for the ball. You can't do that.
Yeah, you don't. That's the ball you don't want to go after either, unless you're, unless you really want to win that bad. Nonetheless, Allie Tundham comes up. Ooh, nice play by the Bexley player.
Good stop.
Caitlin Flynn, who's played a very good game tonight,
get it up
taking
the field,
advantage
Caitlin.
of her
nice
physical
play.
Offsides, I believe, is going to be whistled
gonna
by.
throw the flag.
Indian Hill had a chance to get something going here. Indian Hill, 14 minutes left to the state finals. Brian,
Paul, don't talk too early.
Your coach Dunlap.
Paul,
your
don't
coach
talk too early.
Dunlap, Brian.
Okay.
What are you thinking about right now? Are you thinking about Amanda? What are you going to do with her? Are you thinking about your team whether or not they're tired? As Bexley pushes this up, what do you do right now?
Well, she's taking. Ooh. Caitlin's coming up a little limp. She needs to get down on the ground.
Yeah.
Get down on the ground.
She's got to hit the deck or she can't go out.
She's just standing there. Get down on the ground.
She's walking like an injured gazelle,
Okay,
and they're going to call time.
They're going to call it anyway.
Well, we have several injuries coming out, and I don't think that's a cramp, Brian. I'm no coach, good passer. She's trying to walk it off. Looks like.
Well, they blew the whistle, so she has to.
Go off the field. Yeah. Looks
she's,
like
visibly hurting, but she's going to try to tough it out.
Looks like there could be a cramp from, as we said, Maria Ship.
Paul, that's a state semifinal. You got to tough that out.
You got to tough that out. They blew the whistle, and she's staying in, Brian.
Now, hopefully, her mobility is still as good as it was. Great play by Allie Tutt.
The kick is up. Let's see if her head's still in it. Oh, she uses the chest region. That's fine. It still gets the ball upfield. Oh, nice play by Sam Shoney. She hits the deck, but she still clears it up. It's Allie Tundham. She pushes it up. Indian Hill is now on the aggressive side. Oh, that looked inadvertent from here, Brian, but they're going to call that anyways. Now, as you see more people are starting to come out, you got people getting cramps or injuries of some type. And it looks like the physical play is starting to wear on these players, and now the refs are starting to be a little bit more call conscious, if you will.
Well, all you can really hope for right now is that you're on the smiling end of the injury report right now.
Well, Indian Hill's on the smiling side of the scoreboard.
As well, yeah.
And right now, if you're a Bexley fan, that's frowned upon.
Sure.
As you're faced with a crooked number on the side of the opponent's scoreboard. And that's going to be an official timeout here as subs come in for Indian Hill.
Yeah.
Looks like number 14 of Indian Hill. Coming in, that's Danielle Levy, sophomore. She's throwing it in, Brian.
Usually during the first half, they won't blow the whistle on that when they're subbing out. But in this case, time is very important.
Sure.
Time's very important for this Bexley team, and they don't want Indian Hill just walking off the field, burning another 30 seconds.
Well, right now, that ball is just trickling out of bounds, and it goes to Bexley. They've got a drive coming up. They're going to try to make something happen. Emily Goldman's back there. It's a 3-on-2.
Okay.
And Indian Hill stops it. There's a throw in.
Them deep in their zone is good.
That's down by Sumesh Thunderthil, our cameraman. He's down there, snuffed that one out. As these Bexley fans are still looking for a rally here, they're starting to get something going on offense, it looks like. That ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to call it a Bexley ball.
Who's got it? Go, get back. Danielle Levy looks to sway the decision of the referee. Does not work. These refs have seen that.
Across the middle,
Get
yet too wide.
You got Katie Spear deep.
You got
They're looking to push up and get these girls off
AJ
side.
Shizzle hits the deck to try to slide it away. Momentarily does.
Katie needs to get back in the middle. Oh, this is bad. Shot on goal high.
It was high. As these Bexley fans react to that. Brian, look at this Indian Hill team right now. Are they playing a zone defense or some type of man?
They're still trying to man up. It looks like right now they have 4 across the back. Excuse me. Yeah, 4 across the back.
4 across the back.
Well, no. Let's see.
That's a Sam Shoney's going to get her free kick here. Looks like they give
Amanda McCall.
Katie Spear her own kick away.
Oh, they throw her on the ground.
Oh, yeah, she's getting double teamed on the ground. And yeah, Amanda McCall is coming back up.
Okay.
Looks like Katie Spear now moves upfield a little bit more and gets the side kick here.
Hopefully Katie shuffles back.
As
they
I
don't
said,
want
that's
a
going to
fast
be one
break.
sore leg when she wakes up, right?
Ooh,
yeah.
Great defensive play. Looks like she's a little winded, though. She took one
she
hard.
probably took one right in the gut, Brian.
Go, Amanda. Go, Amanda.
They're not going to stop play.
Go.
Amanda's got a shot.
She might cross it, though. Good cut back.
Juke out her,
Good cut back.
her opponent. She's got a cut.
Get in the middle.
Oh, nice clear by Bexley, yeah.
That's all right. You can still tip your hat to Amanda. That was a good play.
The most important thing, Brian, is Indian Hill is not only killing time, they're doing it on offense, where you don't have to worry about, your opponent scoring goals. You're the one that's controlling the game.
Amanda may have scored a lot of goals during the season, but she is not selfish. Amanda will still dish the ball out. She knows how important this game is.
And I think she realizes she's one of the more powerful decoys in the state, Brian.
You better believe it. Amanda goes low on that. They don't throw the flag.
They don't throw it. Looks like that was incidental or above.
That's
that's
gotta
got to go,
Come
yeah. When he dropped a shoulder.
Sam Shoney
yeah.
just got wasted.
Sam Shoney just got decked, which right in front of the Indian Hill student section.
Yeah, they're not liking
they're
that.
not calling the referee by name. I can tell you that much. And that's a pretty serious shot. I've never seen that before.
No, that's okay.
I've had bigger hits on kickoff myself, but that was a pretty serious lick she
Crossing
took.
but get.
Okay, Sarah Wiggers has to be more aggressive. It seems, Brian.
Paul, I'm a little bit competitive. I don't like these situations. I get nervous.
Well, you and me both. Now, Sarah Wiggers trying to melt as much clock as she can. How much time can she melt there, Brian?
You're allowed 6 seconds. The referee won't call it if it's a normal situation, but in a case like this,
State semifinal,
right? Time's important.
That important, sure.
Right. So you're not going to see Sarah
Quick
holding
note
on
to our
the
viewers:
ball
we're up
too
here in the
long.
press box, Dakota West. There's little moisture in the air, and there's no water to be had. So if our voices crack and it sounds like we're 12-year-old boys
Paul,
who
why you gotta
growl
do
at
that?
puberty,
Come on.
just bear with us, folks.
Make a play. Sam Spear
kicked up the middle. It's Amanda McCall. Just
Oh.
can't get to it in time.
Katie Spear makes 2 plays within the last 7 seconds.
Yeah. That's what
She's
playmakers do. They make plays in seconds.
Amanda's going to use her speed here. Oh, she just, come on!
She just
Oh,
tripped.
no.
Looks like she
They
just
got to
tripped.
call that.
Did she trip?
She did not trip. She got wasted.
Well, if they didn't call the chuck to the ground, I don't think they're going to call it a shoelace mix-up, Brian.
Incredible. She just,
As we see a good shot of the Indian Hill crowd that's making a good cameo appearance
digger
here.
there. That's okay. They can't harp on it, though, Paul. You know this. Great play by Sam Shoney to intercept the ball.
Oh, yeah. Here
See if
comes
they
some
can
aggressive
retain
bodies.
possession.
Sam Shoney bites the dust. Takes a person down with her, so. Bexley once again with another drive here.
The ball. Step up. There. Great play.
Another body's call. Who are they going to call that on? That's one of those that could go either way, but that's a situation. That's a tough game. State semifinal atmosphere. That call is a tough one to make.
Katie's worn out, but she is playing a hell of a game. She just stepped up on their best player and stopped them from any possible attack. As the We Are IH chant picks up from the Indian Hill crowd.
A small note here. I was watching Bexley's field hockey team play our Indian Hill team a couple of months ago. This Bexley team takes their soccer very seriously, and they took their field hockey very seriously.
Great cross.
As the goalie saves it from Bexley. However, after the game, they beat Indian Hill 10-0 in field hockey. They were doing several sets of push-ups They won 10-0, and they were still banging out some push-ups after the game.
Paul, we got 7 minutes left in the game, and you're talking about field hockey.
Well, I'm talking about how serious Bexley is.
We got a
Brian.
state semifinal going
I
on
understand
here
that,
at
Brian.
Lakota West.
There's under 7 minutes left to play. We've got a 1-0 lead. Bexley, a soccer powerhouse, going up against Indian Hill, and their first ever state semifinal down 1-0.
Get down.
That's one of those plays that gets saved from here.
Paul, one of the rare times you'll see Katie Spear get beat. She went for the ball. She did not get it, but that's the great thing about a team defense. She knows Sarah Wiggers is back there.
What's Sarah Wiggers thinking in that situation? Do you charge after it, or do you wait
there
back?
was a little bit. There was a split-second indecision from her, but she did make the right decision because there weren't any other defensemen to stop number 11 LaCroix from getting another shot on goal.
That was exactly the same play of which Brooke Rodgers, who now enters the game, made her goal on. Woo. Sam Spear going to throw it in from the side.
Number 12 checks back in. Maria Ship. She took a pretty big digger earlier. We think it may have just been a cramp.
Looks like Jill Hoffman comes in for Aaron Arbaugh.
6 minutes left.
Maria Ship trying to make something happen, shoving people all out of the way.
Good,
she comes back from her cramp or injury of sort.
Freshman
phenom
like
she's going to be fine.
But that, come on. Go, Amanda. Go.
Oh, Amanda's got to move here. The defender is just all over her. Yeah, they call it finally.
Oh, okay. I thought they were calling offsides on that.
No, they called her. In that situation, that's a pretty good foul because Amanda had a pretty big breakaway.
No, I'm just saying, I thought they called offsides on that because Amanda hasn't even kicked the ball yet, so you cannot call offsides even if you have one of your players offsides.
Sure. Indian Hill's got a free kick. What are you looking to do in this situation? Looks like they've got several people cutting across the middle. They head it up, and it's just out of the reach of an Indian Hill player. As they kick it, it stays in bounds.
That was a wise clear.
And it's going to be Indian Hill from the sidelines, just near the corner.
Right now, Coach Dunlap has got to be perfectly happy with the ball on her side of the field and them attacking.
Indian Hill clears it up, tries to get into the center of the goal. They can't do it. They still keep the ball in the scoring, their scoring area, however.
Ooh. Great play. Let's see if Indian Hill can keep it in their own zone.
Right now, it still looks like they're playing the same defense they did in the first half. They've got Katie Spear up back.
Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
Right now, Bexley's using their speed.
Stepping up, one of the best defensive players in the state, but she's not deep. Get that.
It looks like she came up and played almost a little too aggressive there, Brian, as the person came in from behind. Am I wrong?
No, that was a smart play. You got to pick up the person with the ball. The only thing is then you leave the middle open, and then it's one-on-one coverage with everybody else.
It's a 1-0 lead for Indian Hill. We've got 4 minutes left to play here at Lakota West Stadium. Indian Hill is 4 minutes away from their first state final ever. They've already reached the first state semifinal in girls soccer history. Now it's their chance to get to the championship game. They've got just under 4 minutes left. Indian Hill has got to just kill this time, as right now Bexley is just hoping for one last desperation shot.
Great play. Great play.
Number 11 of Bexley, Correa LaCroix.
Step up on the ball.
Making something happen.
There you go. Clear that, Becca. Yeah.
Becca clears it, does a nice job of it, too.
3:30 to play. Come on. Number 12, she got 5 shots off in the first half.
Maria Ship. She's making something happen.
Get it out. No, you can't throw the flag on that.
There's no foul.
Let's go.
Bexley wanted a foul, which would have made it a penalty shot. However,
get it out.
They've got to get it out. Becca Bechtold does clear.
Great clear by Becca.
3 minutes left to play here in the second half.
See,
Bexley making their final desperation attempt.
I'd like to see Amanda and Allie get it out.
Bexley making one last attempt.
Oh!
Katie Spear hits it off the face, and it's going to be a goal kick. Wow, a big break for Indian Hill. Katie Spear just trying to kick it. Hits it off the face, I believe, of Bexley's offensive player, and it is a goal kick.
Paul, right now is where I would have liked to see Amanda McCall and Allie letting them drop back to play a little bit more defense. We don't need to attack with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play.
Moynihan right now is on the prowl. They get a kick out just towards the middle. It's Caitlin Flood. She makes a break on it, kicks it to the middle. As we hear the "We Want State" chant pick up, Brian. Right now, Bexley wants it too. Shot on goal, sails wide. Well wide.
2 minutes.
Another shot, but it just sailed way wide, and Indian Hill just has 2 minutes. 2 minutes until their first state final in history. Indian Hill with a 1-0 lead. Bexley, their last desperation attempt. This Indian Hill team looking to make something happen right now, trying to clear it, trying to somehow hold this 1-0 lead and what would be their biggest win in soccer history.
Okay, get it out. She's so reliable. Amanda, get a head ball and let's go.
Oh, it goes up. Indian Hill still just trying to kill all kinds of time.
Yeah, this is going to kill a lot of time. Paul, let's get one more on the board.
Amanda McCaw's looking to take her time, it looks like. She cuts across the middle.
She got cut.
She got cut.
Throw
no
the
call.
flag.
No call. 1 minute and a half remaining. Bexley comes up. Sam Shoney stops it. Back to Amanda, and they're going to call offsides. Wow. Well, I mean, Amanda got tripped up when it looks like she's just trying to control the ball for Indian Hill. A great idea, but then they come back and call her for offsides.
Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
It stays in bounds and goes off
coming
of
on
Bexley.
Paul, we got 1 minute left.
Yeah, that's a very physical play. As Sam Shoney and Maria Ship decided to dance by the bench. However, 1 minute left to play now. Bodies are flying everywhere. People are looking at the stands.
Less than 1 minute to go. Let's go.
Indian Hill looking to somehow captivate, hold this 1-0 lead.
Get there.
50 seconds left. Bexley's act of desperation. You can see it on the bench. You can see it on their play of the field, Brian.
We'll just keep the ball in this zone. You have nothing to worry about. Get that, Sam. Sam, step up. No, okay, that's ours. That's ours.
Whose is it?
No, it's going to go back to Bexley.
They called it off.
This is going to be their last
30
chance.
seconds left to play, Brian. Bexley's one last chance here. This is their last series. Indian Hill stops
Clear
them.
that. Yeah.
And Emily Goldman clears it. Emily Goldman clears it. They're going to call offsides.
They can call offsides, Paul. I don't care.
They can call offsides. That kills the clock.
It's not going to stop the clock. It's not going to stop the clock.
15 seconds. They're stopping the clock because 3 balls came on the field.
The ball boys from Bexley throw 3 balls on the field, and it stops the clock with 15.5 seconds to go.
And you have to think that's merely coincidence, Brian.
I agree.
Nonetheless.
One more clear in this game.
Free kick. Sam Spear clears it.
Amanda.
Amanda McCall has it. She goes up. Indian Hill is state bound. Indian Hill will pick up a 1-0 lead. Amanda McCall puts it wide. Oh, they put it. Indian Hill is going to state. Indian Hill at Lakota West Stadium picks up a 1-0 lead. Indian Hill celebrates their biggest win in Indian Hill girls soccer history. We've seen it for our eyes this year. We've said it 3, 4, 5 times. Indian Hill's biggest win is yet to come. Maybe this Saturday at State, this Bexley team, the faces of agony you can see. I'm Paul Nyer alongside Brian Compton. We witnessed the most important, the biggest game in Indian Hill girls soccer history. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully we'll see you Saturday.